this is how you're going to calculate the surface area of a triangular prism. We've been given a prism and we have the length being 20 centimeters. We have the height of this prism being 12 centimeters. We have the base of the triangle, which is 5 centimeters, and then we have the side of the triangle, which is 13. Remember, we have two triangles in this prism. Then we have the front face, we have the back face, and we have the base for this prism. So for you to get the surface area of this prism, the formula is going to be 2 times half base times height, because we have two triangles, plus the perimeter of the triangle times the length. Okay, so we are going to have 2 times half, the base of the triangle is 5, times the height, which is 12. This is what I have here. Remember, there are two triangles, plus the perimeter of the triangle, which is 12 plus 5 plus 13, times the length. So that's that. So after calculating the area of the triangle, I cancelled these two with these two. So I remain with 5 and 12, which gives me 60. Then the perimeter was 12 plus 5 plus 13, which gave me 30, times the length, which is 20. So here I'm going to have 60, and then I'm going to have 600 on this side. So I'm going to add it all together, and I'm going to get the surface area for this prism being 660 centimeter square. That's all for the triangular prism, the surface area for the triangular prism. Remember, the formula is 2 times half base times height, plus the perimeter of the triangle times the length. Now I want us to move to another thing, which is the sector, how to find the area of the sector. Now the question we have here is calculate the area of a sector of a circle of radius 1.4 centimeter if the angle subtended at the center is 270 degrees. We have been told to take pi to be 22/7. So how do we find the area of the sector? The formula is simple. It is the angle given over 360 times pi times radius squared. So the subtended angle here is 270. So 270 over 360 times the pi times the radius square, which is 1.4 times 1.4. Then we are going to have, when we simplify that, we're going to have 3/4. So 3/4 times 22/7 times, of course, the 1.4 squared gives us 1.96. Then after doing this calculation, I got 6.16. So we're going to have 3/4 times 6.16, which gives us 4.62 centimeter square. So that is the area of the sector as per our question. Another thing I want us to look at is, sorry about the light, is how to find the surface area of a building block. It is a triangular block. It is the same way we can calculate the rectangular prism. Now, I want us to note that when we are doing the surface area, we have to be so much focused on how many faces we have in whatever thing we are calculating, okay? So in this case, where we have a rectangular block, we know that we have the front face, and if we have the front face, definitely the back side will be the same. We have the side face, so that one is the same as the other one. Then we have the top face, which is the same as the bottom face. In total, we are having 6 faces in this shape. So we have the front has the back one, the sides, the top, and the bottom. Okay, so how do we calculate the area of a rectangle? It's definitely length times width. So we are going to start with the front side, which is this. I've colored it green. So we have the length, which is 12, times that, the width of that front face, which is 4 centimeter, giving me 48. Now because there are 2, I'm going to multiply by 2, and that's why I'm having 96. Then I go to the sides, which I've marked with the color purple. Now the sides, we have 9 centimeter by 4, 9 by 4. And remember, there are 2 sides, so I'm multiplying it by 2. That's why I got 72, because 9 times 4 is 36. 36 times 2 gives me 72. Then I have the top. The top one, I have 12 centimeter by 9. And the top is the same as the bottom. So I'm going to have 2 sides of that, 12 centimeter times 9 centimeter, times the 2 faces, which gives me 216. Because when I multiply 12 by 9, I will have 108. Because there are 2 sides, 108 times 2 gives me 216. Now I have the area for all the faces that I have. So what I'm going to do, I'm simply going to add them all together. I'm going to take the area for the front and the back, which is 96. I'm going to take the sides, which is 72. And I'm going to take the top bottom, which is 216. If I add all this together, I'm going to have 384 centimeter square. So that is the surface area of this building block. Then lastly, I want us to look at this question. And the question is, a cylindrical can, I want you to underline the word can, of radius 9 centimeter and depth of 12 centimeter is full of milk. The milk is poured into a cylindrical glass of radius 6 centimeters. What is the depth of the milk in the glass? You've been told to take pi as 22/7. Now, one thing I want you to know in this case is that the possibility that these 2 shapes are the same is like 100%, right? So we are going to assume that the cylindrical can has the same volume as the cylindrical glass. So what I'm going to do in this case, I'm simply going to find the volume of a cylinder, which in this case is pi r squared times h. And assuming that cylindrical can is equal to the cylindrical glass. So I'm going to slot in the information that I have. Now for the cylindrical can, we are given the radius as 9 centimeter and the depth or the height as 12 centimeter. So I'm simply going to take 22/7 times 9 squared times 12, okay? Which is equal to the cylindrical glass. Now the cylindrical glass, the information I have is the pi, which is 22/7, times the radius, which is 6. We are going to put it 6 squared, times the height, which I don't have, the depth that we are supposed to calculate, okay? So I'm just going to put a h in that case. So after calculating this, 22/7 times 9 squared times 12, I've got 3054.86. I rounded my figure into 2 decimal places. Then when I calculate the cylindrical glass, which is 22/7 times 6 squared times h, I got 113.14 h. Okay, so what I'm going to do in this case, because I'm looking for h, I'm going to cancel the number in front of h on both sides. So I'll write 113.14 down there to cancel that side for me to have h, and I'm going to divide it on the other side too. So my h, which is the depth, will be equal to 3054.86 divided by 113.14. If I divide that figure, I'm going to get a height of 27 centimeter. Thank you very much. I hope you understood, and yeah, in case you have any question, you can let me know.